Well, a hearing on the Department of Education's budget request was the first of several involving some of the state's largest agencies. eCapitol News Director Sean Ashley joins us now to talk about that and other developments this week at the Capitol. Sean, thanks for being with us.
You're very welcome.
Well, I understand, first of all, that there are going to be some changes in budget hearing procedure.
That's exactly right. As you mentioned, the State Department of Education was the first. The House Appropriations and Budget Committee is holding House-wide budget hearings for 5 agencies this year. Every member of the House is invited to attend these meetings. During the State Department of Education's hearing, about half the members were there. We saw about 30 show up on Thursday to hear from the Department of Transportation, and then about 30 braved the snow on Friday to show up and hear from the state regents for higher education. On Monday, they'll hear from the Department of Human Services, and on Tuesday, they'll hear from the Oklahoma Healthcare Authority. These are some of the largest appropriated agencies. House Speaker Charles McCall said it accounts for about 77% of total appropriations, and it gives all the House members, particularly the 30 new members in the House, an opportunity to really delve deeply into those budgets.
Well, it's a good thing they showed up because they need that information.
That's exactly right.
And did these hearings coincide with Organization Week this week?
That's right. On Tuesday, the House and the Senate held Organizational Day. It's a requirement under the Oklahoma Constitution to really get the legislative session going. In the past, for example, we referred to House Speaker Charles McCall as designate and then elect, and then Senate President Pro Tem Mike Schultz as designate and then elect. Well, now they have been elected. They've been selected leaders by their chambers and will lead the legislature through the next 2 years.
And I understand at this early date, we're already seeing some of the bills that will be before the legislature this coming session, including a number of gun measures.
That's exactly right. Lawmakers requested a little more than 3,000 possible bills for this legislative session. Just over 100 or so have been filed, and a number of those deal with guns. One of the more interesting ones thus far would permit guns to be carried into the state capitol. Currently, they're prohibited, but you would have to have a handgun license in order to do so. The author of that, Senator Nathan Dahm, a Republican from Broken Arrow, says it's about the Second Amendment and individual rights to protect themselves.
Well, there's going to be a battle over those this session.
He acknowledges that.
Very interesting. All right, Sean Ashley with eCapitol, thank you so much for being with us.
You're very welcome.